Welcome everyone. Let's team up using Microsoft Teams. Let's have a look on what our session overview. Today we are going to understand how to create Microsoft Team in Office 365. Become aware of multiple functions Microsoft Team can serve, from professional learning communities to classroom and more. Visualize how Microsoft Team can work for schools, teachers, students, etc.
Hi, welcome to What's New in EDU, a hub where we give you all the new updates coming from Microsoft Education. I'm Frank Ciappone. Let's start with a recent event Microsoft held in New York focused on education. We made several exciting announcements there, all geared towards helping you, educators, administrators, and students. We talked a lot about an affordable and accessible learning platform, modern tools for a collaborative classroom, and experiences that spark creativity.
Today's event is about education and technology. More specifically, it is about empowering the students of today to create the world of tomorrow.
One of the bigger announcements in New York was education experiences coming from Microsoft Teams. Ari, are you ready to talk to us about Teams?
Absolutely, Frank. More and more every day we work in teams across the world. Even this video couldn't happen without collaboration. And that's the spirit of Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is the hub for teachers, students, and staff in Office 365 for education. Teachers can connect with their peers and continue their own development in professional learning communities, or PLCs. Here is a PLC team with conversations, including instant meetings and threaded conversations, PLC OneNote notebook, and a Power BI app for analytics on our students. It also includes whatever you need to share content and conversations with this group, like adding video discussions with Flipgrid. At the start of the year, we might use Flipgrid to introduce ourselves across the district with video.
Hello there, I'm Anthony Newbold, principal at Bear Creek Middle School.
And share what technology we've been using in our classrooms.
Yeah, all that stuff sounds great in Teams, and we're also building in controls to help you monitor and manage conversations right within Teams. And all the conversations are discoverable from within the Discovery Center. Teams can be managed like any other user-based license in the Office 365 admin console, meaning you choose who can use it.
Let's have a look on our work then and now, and how our work has changed. Microsoft Teams is a cloud-based team collaboration software that is part of Office 365 suite of applications. The core capabilities in Microsoft Teams include messaging, calling, video meetings, and file sharing. Let's see how we can create a Microsoft team in our Office 365 account. First, log into your Office 365 account, click on the App Launcher, or from the portal page, click on Teams. Then from the App Launcher, select Teams. You will see Join or Create Team up right corner. Simply click on that link, Join or Create Team, by adding members individually by email aliases or security apps. Every new team will have a default favorite channel called General. You can use it for whatever you like. You will see Add Team in the right corner up. If you are creating a Microsoft team on your own, you will need to decide which type of team you wish to create. Classes for students and teachers to work in classroom, BLC for professional learning community with other educators in your school, staff members for school initiative, anyone for interest, groups or students organization, clubs, etc. Once you select the type of your team, you must give the team a name. Names will need to be unique. You might consider your classroom name, the content you are teaching, PLC topic, school name. Only one team can have this name under your login. You can also provide a brief description of the purpose of your team, and that is optional. Next step in the team creation wizard is for you to add members. Note you have two identities, students and teachers. If you are enrolling the team members, you simply begin typing the students' names and then select them. They will be enrolled as members. You can likewise add additional teachers to any team if you are co-teaching. They are members, but you can toggle them over to owners, giving them the same privilege as yourself. Adding channel is easy once your Microsoft Teams created. Click on the ellipses next to the team name and a drop box appears. From here you can remove favorite team, drops down in your list but still available. Add new members, edit team properties, leave the team, get a link to the team, delete it or for your purpose now. Think of a channel as a subject if you are teaching elementary school or grading periods, or a large unit of study or collaboration. There is no one right reason to create a new channel within your team. Purpose varies with use. There can be only 100 owners and as many as 5,000 members per team. Members can add additional channels to the team. Owners can add new members and other owners. Manage team setting, enable or disable, allowing gifts, stickers, memes, moderation setting, rename the team, or delete the team at all. You can do as many teams according to your needs. I've created different teams for students according to their level, and also a collaboration team within my school staff and between English language teachers at Ministry of Education that include 900 members. For every channel you create, you can add tabs to both items right at your fingerprints. For different subjects, you might upload your worksheet and create a tab so that students simply click on it and their worksheet or spreadsheet open. Perhaps it is a PowerPoint you want them to all work with, or any of several apps that can help to individual the learning experience. Conversation. No matter how much we try to hear from each student and what they might contribute during a class, it is difficult to get participation from them all. Conversation is a fantastic assist. Imagine posting a question and while students are answering verbally, all students can be posting their unique response, or running a discussion verbally, or responding to a student's idea in a thought-provoking way where all have access and can help drive the discussion, or helping a student who has flagged through conversation that a particular problem is giving them trouble and you discover it is a problematic for many and you have a new teachable moment you would have never captured otherwise. How might you use conversation with your class or with your PLC or staff team? Professional learning communities are nothing new with educators today. Microsoft Teams provide that great avenue to make your PLCs timer and more relevant. They provide the place to house your materials, resources, post your discussion, and action research. What is more, just keeping your PLC organized, with everyone knowing when to meet, what to bring, have read, or be prepared to share is just plain easier with Microsoft Teams. Let's see what elements make this work. Professional learning communities meet routinely. Using Schedule a Meeting, the professional learning leaders can put those routinely scheduled sessions on everyone's team meeting view. And this meeting also appear in your Outlook calendar. Simply click on Meetings from the far left icons, then select New Meeting and complete as many of the details as you need to include where the meeting will be, date, time, as well as any details and resources you need to bring. Professional learning communities are designed to improve teaching practice through study, and sometimes actual research or problem solving for better classroom practice. Planner is a great way to define steps to success or task achieve new learning over time. Think of last professional learning community you participated in. How might you have used Planner improve the experience? Teachers can use planners to make us more efficient, stay on task, be successful completing our work. Students can also make great use of planners, from getting ready for any task, to writing a big research paper, to completing a problem-based learning. Any unit of study that requires multiple products, steps, activities to complete can be benefit for students using a planner. Where do you house the documents, resources, readings, and collaboration exercises you need for a professional learning community? Staff notebook is one great answer. You can begin a notebook or staff notebook easily under tabs. With a staff notebook, the professional learning community leader owns the documents, contents, and can post reading and materials all will need to access. You have a collaboration space for a group learning, and each student or each participant would have their own section for their steps to learning. They might complete their individual classroom, and the professional learning community leader would be able to see individual response and help guide progress. Notebooks provide a great place to achieve the growth and development gained as your professional learning community meets. Microsoft Teams enables you as a teacher to share files and teaching materials, to make announcements, divide students into project groups, and monitor progress, create, distribute, and grade quizzes, and finally distribute and collect the grade their assignments. Need to pass out a handout or worksheet? One way to accomplish that in Microsoft Teams is to use the tab files under any channel and create a new document. Upload an existing one or get a link. Just think no more waiting for the copy machine or worrying whether you will exhaust your paper supply. I brought up tabs early in the presentation. Tabs provides a great way to make specific, often used or important documents easy to access with just a click. You can link in a spreadsheet, OneNote, PDF, Word document, or video directly to any channel in your team through tabs. There are also many additional apps like Poly for class polls, Hootsuite for class discussion, and other that will make your classroom more interactive.
Let's look at several options for teachers to empower student voice in the classroom using apps embedded in Teams. When you use the Add Tab option, you can see many apps that are available to add to the team. The first app we want to add is Flipgrid, a great way for students to interact with content, respond to prompts, and interact with each other's posts. All Flipgrids are password protected. Flipgrid is video-based, and teachers can limit posts to specific time lengths. You can also decide if you want to permit students to respond to each other's videos. Another way to support student interaction is by using a visual brainstorming app like MindMeister. This is also built into Teams and can be used without exiting to another window. Finally, many teachers like to use polls to check for understanding in the classroom. Teams has the option to integrate various assessment tools like SurveyMonkey, but for quick integrated questions, Polly is a great tool. Polly puts the poll right into the conversation tab of the team. Students can respond directly and see results in real time. Students learn and express themselves in different ways. The tools we've just seen are some of the ways for you to support engagement for all students.
You can also bring people's attention by mentioning them. Just type @symbol before their name, and if your admin enables it, you can mention your team or any channel. At the top right corner of all message in channels, you have an option to like message or save them for later. Saved messages will be kept and saved along left rail.
Each class team has an Assignments tab where assignments are managed by the teacher. Students see a similar interface in their view. You can choose a list view or a weekly calendar view. Let's create an assignment together. You can see that there are multiple ways to define this assignment. First of all, teachers can personalize assignments to particular students or groups of students. You can assign work across different classes if you are teaching multiple sections of the same course. All student names will show up in the Assign To drop-down menu. You can also select particular students to assign this task to. If a task applies to one small group of students only, then they will be the only ones to receive it and be able to view it in their class team. Note, however, that the default setting is for all students in a class to receive the assignment. You can enter specific instructions you wish your students to see. Similarly, you can attach resources here. If you'd like to attach a project description or links to examples or other resources, that is an option. You can upload a file, link to a web page, to a page in your team's class notebook, or even start a new Office document right from this interface and include it as a resource. Each student will receive a copy of the document and be able to edit it right within Teams. It will remain attached to the assignment so they never lose their work. You can even create the assignments in advance and schedule them to be assigned later. First, set the due date for the assignment. Next, you can schedule when you want students to see the assignment. Many schools have policies about how far in advance assignments or assessments must be scheduled. This is a great way to ensure that you meet those policies while also getting the scheduling work out of the way during your planning time. Notice that the button at the top of the assignment interface has now changed from Assign to Schedule. Finally, you can adjust whether or not you want students to be able to turn in assignments late by toggling the switch at the bottom. Being able to personalize assignments for your students unlocks a degree of individualization and tracking that we haven't had before. Open Assignments and click Create New. In the Assignments window, you will add a rubric and it'll open the rubric selection window. If you are creating a new rubric, click the Add New Rubric button. This opens the rubric creation window. Here you can add the categories and criterion. Teachers may want to use points associated with the different category criterion. Note, you can distribute the weights evenly or distribute them how you would like. When you are pleased with your rubric, click Attach. The rubric is now attached to the assignment. On the main assignment window, you can now assign the task to students. When the teacher is grading the assignment, they will be able to use the rubric right from the assignment turn-in landing page. This supports efficient and clear feedback for the student. When a student opens the task, they will see the rubric. Rubrics that have been created will show up each time you select Add Rubric to an assignment. This makes it easier to use rubrics again and again, or to slightly modify them when necessary. They can always be edited. Another important tool teachers can embed directly into Teams for formative and summative assessment is Microsoft Forms. Forms is now integrated into Teams so that when a form is used as an assignment, the grading process is streamlined and merged to increase efficiency. When you open the new assignment, you will enter all the details and then click Add Resource to find the option to add a form. You can use an existing form or create a new one right from this interface. Today we're going to use an existing form. When students receive the scheduled assignment, they will be able to complete the form directly in the assignment. They will be editing their own version of the form. Teachers can grade the form in Teams or go to Microsoft Forms to do so. Either way, the grading will be integrated with the Teams gradebook.
You can use immersive readers to increase the readability of content. It was designed to support students with dyslexia in the classroom, but it can help anyone who wants to increase their fluency or need help decoding more complex text. Meet now in Teams. In a channel conversation, click the Meet Now icon in the Compose box, or keep all context of an existing conversation by clicking the Meet Now icon in the reply box. Microsoft Teams makes it easy for people in a channel to go from a group conversation to a meeting. Once you are in, you can invite the people from your conversation or anyone from the team by clicking on their names. Leveraging the full width of the screen, the audio and video experience make remote team members feel like they are really part of the conversation. Once you are in the meeting, you can share your desktop. The content layouts lets everyone see what's being shared, along with people's facial expressions. Finally, I hope you like my presentation, and I will leave you with some useful resources that you can use to know more about Microsoft Teams. Thank you so much. عاطف البطل